back to an episode of 12-Inch Figure Fanatic. Remember to subscribe. So today we're going to be taking a look at something very special here. I remember this film series, this saga, when I was a kid, and it was kind of disturbing because it was kind of gory for a kid to watch, but I also found it very fascinating because they weren't your typical monsters. These were sort of demon-possessed, I guess, puppets that would kill. And I came across this as a new release. This is from NECA. This is the Puppet Masters Toulon's Puppet Case and Leech Woman. I was like, oh, that's cool. But you know what'd be great? The other characters, because there's other characters that are more iconic than the Leech Woman. So I did some research and I found out, well, they came out with the other ones way before that. These have been out for a while. And for some reason, the last thing they released was the case with her in it. So I had to get the whole collection because if you're going to have the case, you got to put all these little guys in there, right? So we're actually going to be unboxing all of these, and I'll give you my final thoughts afterwards. Let's take a closer look. All right, so let's start off with the figure sets by themselves. This one is going to be Blade and Torch, and the box itself looks like it's the trunk, which is kind of cool. Opens it up, and you got the window inside, right? When you look back at these movies, like now, I mean, as a kid, I was kind of freaked out, but now I'm like, okay, this is corny. But I don't know. It's a cult classic now at this point, I guess, kind of like the Hellraisers. I mean, there were some really corny horror movies back in the 80s. I think that was just the peak of B-roll horror. All right, so first one is my favorite character. Oops, and that just came out. What is going on here? Got them like secured in the packaging here. There we go. Hopefully this isn't broke. No, just comes out easily. All right, so here you got the, I don't even know, what's his name? Blade? Blade, yeah. You got some rotation here. Now, NECA is known for having dexterity, but very stiff. As a matter of fact, you could easily break the joints on their figures. And I've done that on my Gremlins ones, so I wouldn't trust it. But even though this looks like it's material, it's actually rubberized. So it looks authentic enough, though. And you got some minor rotation. It's a little stiff overall, but some minor rotation. The blades don't pop in and out. That would be cool if you had like a button in the back and the blades popped out of the eyes. Alternate head sculpt here. So this one is a bloody face. And then you got a smaller blade right here. So bloody face and bloody blade to switch out if you want to. That's that one. Now for Torch. All right, so Torch actually has a flame. Looks like you can insert here. Yeah, just plugs right in like that. Pretty cool. And the mouth kind of opens. Other than that, you got some good detailing in the eye sockets there. And once again, rubberized clothing. It actually has the best dexterity I've seen in the NECA. Right here, look at that. And then some rotation here. I think it's just the type of plastic that they use. It just maybe it expands a little bit after they make the figure once it cools down or something. I don't know. But the rotation on their stuff is just kind of scary. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. See, like there's a seam right there, but you could easily break it, I think. Yeah, I don't trust it. Come on, NECA. Put some grease in there or something. So that's that. Now we're going to look at Tunneler and Pinhead. Same type of box. Now that I think about it, there was one that was like a court gesture. And I think that's the one that laughed real weird all the time. And I guess they didn't make him. Maybe they didn't consider him a main character. All right, this guy was kind of cool in the movie, I remember, because it was like they used actual human hands and then like had it so that it looked like it was coming from the puppet. And then, of course, he's got this little tiny head. And it has rotation. So again, the top is rubberized here, so it's got a lot of ply to it. And then you've got some movement in the body throughout. Got a fireplace poker here, plastic. I believe that's called a monkey wrench. That's how much I'm not a handyman. Plastic as well. And then you got some extra hands. And these look like open gripping hands. Yeah, so one holds the wrench, or the monkey wrench, and then the other one holds the poker. All right, now we've got the other guy. What's his name again? Man. Pinhead. Makes sense, he's got a pin head. There we go. Think I got it. I got it. Okay. So this one has pretty good dexterity as well. So it's kind of getting better. This one I can actually rotate where it's supposed to rotate. Got dexterity in the head too, and in the waist. Good detailing in the clothing as well. And then you've got a bloody top or a clean top. Eyes are slightly closed on the bloody top as well. A beaker with some glowing liquid in it. A pick. A gun. Two, looks like fish hooks or grappling hooks. And then a gripping hand. Boy, would that be easy to lose, huh? Okay, and that's those ones. Now the main attraction, and the newest one to the collection. It's got some weight to it too. All right, let's start with the figure. Once again, kind of delicate. Yeah, the joints, oof, I don't trust it. Rubberized again on the dress and on the hair. It's got a sort of a sparkle or a shine to the paint job on the dress as well. And there's some movement in the legs. Got sort of an angry face on this one. This one's very wide open mouth, and I think it's so that you can, let's see, put a leech. So here's one of the leeches. That's pretty cool. And then you have a larger leech. And oh, I don't know what that is. Does that come out of there like that? No, that looks too weird. You got some extra hands and you got a knife. Tiny little knife. And these, I think, are shelves for the case. Oh, that popped off. All right. Well, so here's the case. Let's see. Oh, now I know why it popped off, because it doesn't close with this attached. Just got to take that off to close it. Pretty cool. Look at that. It's got the handle up top here. Very good detailing. They got the gold pins all the way around through the whole thing. Very nice. Wow. I'm impressed with this. And good texturing on it too. Looks like it's leather. And then it just secures via that little latch there. The curtain is made of plastic. I would have preferred that was made out of material. Oh well. Maybe you could, customize it by removing that and putting in your own material in there. The back wall has some glitter on it, but they put enough layers of gloss, it seems, that you don't have to worry about that coming off too bad. Slightly. And one little strand came off as I ran my fingers through it. That's it. So the drawers don't work here, but they are removable. This panel here. And it looks like this panel as well. So you got some additional storage under here. And then you've got these shelves that insert into here. Yeah. Right? Now I'm wondering if they knew they were going to do a trunk when they started the first series. Because what I would have done, because the way the box shows it is, so you've got these, there is that guy. Look, that's the guy I was talking about. Where's he at? Man, so I don't have them all. Oh, well. So they have the heads on display here and some of the stuff there. If they had magnetized all of the heads instead of having them pegged, then they could have made each of these shelves magnetized. So once you put the heads in there, you could close it up, and then when you open it up again, everything's still nicely displayed and lined up. Instead, they, if you put them in here, they're just kind of rolling around in here, and you've got to be careful how you set it up so you're not knocking stuff around. That's okay. But if anything, I don't know, if you want to get into customizing here, you could put a magnet in there and glue it in there, and then put metal sheets underneath each of the shelves and do it on your own, and then magnetize the bodies as well. I might just do that, actually. So let me get all of these set up and give you my final thoughts. All right, so here it is all set up, and a few shortcomings with this thing. So this thing doesn't secure, the mask thing doesn't secure very, very nicely. Also, I don't know. There's a few shortcuts with the way the paneling secures and stuff like that. It looks fantastic, though. No disagreement there. I will say that it's hard to justify getting one set and not getting all the sets. You really have to get the whole kit and caboodle. But the fact that they all store in here very nicely, it's although kind of messy for display purposes, the fact that it's all self-contained, especially considering there's so many floating around tiny pieces, I really appreciate that. I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. The biggest points I'm taking off is that NECA's just terrible at doing joints, and if I try to mess with them, I know they're going to break, because I've seen it happen before.
Other than that, fantastic detailing throughout the trunk, the figures. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna go, watch the whole saga all over again. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you guys next time.